Welcome, my lovely dears, to another soothing session of sunrise and sunset. When last we left off, our successful rogues from the gutters, uh, performed their grand breach and clears, their escapades, their jobs. They broke in. They broke into two places and stomped some fucking heads and set off some of the. I was going to say like the holy equivalent of dirty bombs, but I guess a clean bomb then, a super clean bomb. It's the mystic clean bomb.
The cleanest of bombs.
The cleanest bomb.
The whole hand grenade of Antioch.
Yeah, basically. And it went pretty successfully, all things considered. You defeated your opponents. Nobody died. You didn't get attacked by the Hound of Tendalos, which is always useful. And then you got big fucking money. Now, in the interim between the sessions, there has been some figuring out the expenditures of said money. All in all, it takes about a week for everyone to do their various paperwork, get started on renovations, have enchantments performed on shit they want enchantified. All told, you made a lot of fucking money. Cass now owns a casino, and even did like product testing and like a menu check and figured out their service draw, which went pretty fucking well for them. You also met Thrine, the warden of Ash Ward, aka the Ash Warden, a lovely salamander lady, and you had a proper social spa.
Let's call it that.
Yeah, I mean, then you had a sword fight, but
Cass immediately capitulated.
I am but a sheath for a sword.
Yep. It was more for like a lengthy tail peg, but it went pretty well. You managed to get some money off and figured out how to make this place run. You also got Anai in on the deal. In particular, the Sabri family are going to be reducing the upkeep of your operation, which is pretty useful. Unless you guys do a shit job, in which case they will end that collaboration and say, well, it was nice while it lasted.
Yep.
But all told, you probably got pretty good odds, especially since you even showed the forethought to be like, yeah, all right, then we need to figure out the lunch menu and the dinner menu and what will bring our people in. You did that. Good job.
Yeah.
Now, Karin happened to purchase some land for herself as well, the secret Marifran Temple. More particularly, most people don't know she bought a secret Marifran Temple because of the secret word included in that. But it was a soup kitchen set in the midst of the slums of Bluff Ward. I'm going to put a little Karin token down on Bluff Ward, because that belongs to you now. I should probably put just little
Yes.
tokens of you two here, and then just like strip character detail off. So represent non-generic, controlled by none. Guess it's casino. Save.
It's also named this.
Of course, the bare necessities soup kitchen. What's your casino called?
What was it called before? Out of curiosity.
I believe it was the Crossed Favor.
Neat.
That's a bad name. Crossed Favor.
Yeah, no, clearly this has to be like the Golden Cackler.
Okay.
Ah, man. Maybe just think that Yena win. No, it was bad. It's a bad one, but it just made you think about laughter.
There you
Nice.
go. So that's character none.
Yeah, now I need to get some money so I can pay for renovations on this place.
Yep.
And for that, we need more adventure.
My
Just
downtime,
maybe.
no.
Well, we have this solid ass fucking golden coffin, but that requires us.
That
Careful
requires
hand.
someone who won't die when they touch it.
You cannot kill that which is already dead. Yeah, you need to find some kind of undead to handle this thing for you. And also
Don't we
properly
know a
identify it
vampire?
because it's very magical. You do. You know Iris, the vampire queen from Under the Sands. Cass also knows of the ghoul father of... I've suddenly forgotten their fucking surnames. The Sanzakis, yes.
Yes, the Senzukis.
Yes, Mr. Sanzaki. The ghoul who was a scholar of many things, and a lot of them were ancient and divine and all sorts. So he would also be a good choice. Basically, other of them two are your only... I think your only known strong undead individuals who could look into something like that.
At the moment, yes.
Let's see here. Yeah, it is quite magical. Just trying to sell it would be difficult in the first place because of the raw gold value of it. But also, no one's really done any successful identifying. You need to be able to make contact with it at least a little to do so, and none of you have the capacity to do that for any extended period of time.
Could we just disenchant the fucking thing? Just turn it into glue?
You'd need to find a strong undead wizard to do that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, disenchanting something legendary as well probably comes with its own difficulties.
Well, it's legendary. Alright.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you for that free information.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, you could have done a cursory around, and then there is just like it was like, if I touch it, I die, and that thing is way too powerful for me to shamble around with. You need to find a top-grade motherfucker if you want to break this down. But also, what is it? Basically, any spellcaster you go to be like, but also, what the thing do?
So, we'll need to, could you pop us to the world map real quick? Where the fuck was Iris?
Sure.
Oh, hi, Teddy.
Kitty.
Hello.
Jeez, fuck. Fucking
Kitty.
scared me there.
Alright, so, was she in the under pyramid of Iris, or is she still in the old battlefield?
She is at Old Battlefield currently because that was the outpost you guys.
Right. So that takes like 12 days to get to.
Well, no, not that one. It was this Old Battlefield, the one up here.
Oh, great. That
The one that
takes
says Vampire
22
Vampire.
days to get to. We can't really...
Yeah, you'd be
really
better
do
off
anything.
trying to perform some kind of, I don't know, magical long-range communication.
Let's see. Actually, she knew teleportation circle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, can we just have Anai, like...
Hell, she has a teleportation circle, and you took the...
Yeah, we have one now.
Yeah, and you also, you took the address of her one.
Yeah, so
So
could
you
we
could
just...
pay a wizard to take you there.
I was going to say, we could just have Anai send her the code for our new one and be like, hey, could you come over and identify this thing real quick?
Sure. Yeah, that's definitely something you could do.
Yeah, that sounds...
Oh yeah, you also have yet to actually, group up and go down to Hagen. Like, hey, we've decompressed, we did the thing. You
Yeah.
also said you had something for us?
Let's do that first, and then
We-
we can go talk to Vampire
Yeah.
Mommy.
Yeah. First, this is essentially right after we just finished the last bomb, so...
Yeah, we'll probably go there, like, the next day. Just a little bit to...
Yeah, timey-wimey just a skosh.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you go up to meet Hagen, Mama isn't like sitting up on the top deck anymore. She's staying in a private bedroom if you ask around.
Yeah.
Just decompressing and getting back her various senses, which is taking some time. Hagen himself is looking, I would say relaxed. It's kind of hard to imagine any god being genuinely relaxed, but something close to serene, I suppose. He is just sort of looking out from the top of this building, physically at the city of Las Dorado, but with one of those, far off looks that probably speaks of someone who's casting their gaze a slight bit further away than them. And he will smile and turn his attention to you all once you've made your way properly up the stairs. Hello again. It's good to see that you're all intact and well.
Hi.
Yeah, we didn't get vaporized.
Yes, I'm glad for that. I was pretty sure you wouldn't, but I love the thing to play with a mortal life. And trust me when I say don't get into being a god. It's not all it might be cracked up to be.
You sound stressful.
A little bit.
Could be worse.
Yes, it could be. We're working very hard to make sure it doesn't become worse. It's rather a great strain on all of the divines to stop terrible holes to an endless eternity opening up all over the world. Well, regardless, I promised you all a magical item. And for whatever reason, when the DM opened up its handout, it doesn't have any of its stuff in it.
Uh-oh.
So
Oh,
you
no.
will have to bear with her while she just fucking writes that up again. Because right now it looks like, just put this in VCT, this amazing document.
Amazing.
Yay! My details!
no.
Hooray! My
A peek.
seasonings!
A peek behind the mirror.
My seasoning. Does anybody remember what casting implements had a natural progression scale? I know one of the War Mage was attack rolls and fuck your cover.
Depends on the implement.
Yeah, any
Attack
of them.
DCs.
Yeah. Now I was looking in the library here if there was anything, and then just implements, no. Divine, no. Caster, no. Shit, what the fuck was I supposed to search for?
Where are you searching, sorry?
In the library, like with the search function.
Oh, yeah.
In the core rulebook?
No,
Yeah,
Hedrah's still trying to use the SRD.
I don't think it functions at all on this. Maybe it actually still is switched on, but I thought I switched it off. No, it still exists. Whatever reason.
I mean, it's helpful for things like, a shield or a longsword.
Yeah, there's the basic items, the shit, mundane stuff. There's there. On some occasion, I found one of the War Mage. So I'm like, okay, that's one of the caster implements that exists that has a natural 1, 2, 3. Trying to remember what the fuck the other ones were.
I'm not sure there are any. There's like a rod of some kind, I think, but like
Rod,
+3,
that was
like +1, +2, +3 implements are actually incredibly rare in 5e.
Yeah, they're not even labeled implement.
Yeah.
They're all just wondrous items.
Like, most of them, almost all of them, are specific items like the Staff of the Woodlands, which gives you a specific bonus, and there's no up or down from it.
Right.
yeah. I was trying to find the amulet of the devote, which scales 1 to 3.
Right, yeah, all the Tasha's ones.
There you go.
So what's your arcana, by the way?
Mine is like 5. Ooh, item. Sunrise and sunset. Ooh. Sunrise is gonna be real fucking good in the Zomboni tomb.
Mm-hmm.
An extra +1 to my already radiant weapon. Okay.
Baller.
There you go. That's it. So, Ariel can come too.
I vote we just orbit that around Mive.
I mean, she certainly approves of this.
Oh no, don't you have 3 orbs?
It's a party-wide buff?
It is a party-wide buff.
Actually, she
Oh.
had
And yeah,
5.
Mive is fine.
You know what? I will go into Mive's default token and just make it so that she always sheds 30 meters bright light.
Nice.
That's easy enough.
Yeah.
Properly just radiant Foxwolf, as God intended.
Yep.
Her mom also had a aura of bright light, so that tracks.
So do salamanders.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking, is that orb hot to the touch? Because
No.
okay, now I was thinking of like, how do we dim it? And then I just think
Well, you
about
shove it up Cass's
butt.
ass. Yup.
I'm just
Exactly
gonna
where
say
I was going.
blanket over it.
No. Let her cuck.
No, same you were completer. I was going for Cass's ass.
Everyone goes for Cass's ass.
It's true. It is a
he
prime
does have
time.
a premium grade bussy.
So, is there anything else we can do to help with the whole, world-ending thing?
No, I suppose the best thing you all can do is stay the course. That course will reveal itself to you.
Find some divinity.
Yes, I believe quite recently you acquired some.
Yes, and
Yeah, we weren't quite sure what to do with it, though. It seemed like it belonged to someone.
Well, yes, all divinity belongs to at least one of us, if not more. There are some sources of ownerless divinity out there, but for the most part, that finds its way into life one way or another. Life finds a way.
Yeah, the one that we found was like war. So
Yes, this would belong to Bellatrix.
So what are we supposed
Not in and
do
of
with it?
itself. Well, that is a good question. Suppose you would give it to Damsa or to Bellatrix. Either its owner or the one in need.
I mean, does Bellatrix need it? Because if she's doing okay, then it seems like the right thing to do to give it to someone who needs it.
I know that she personally would want it, and would become more powerful with it, but she doesn't need it, no. Not in the same way that Damja might.
Well,
so just to toss this question out, so why are there slivers of the gods all over the place in
Imagine.
the first place?
I just imagine it was something like blood droplets.
I'm sorry, little secret keeper, but that is a secret that belongs to divinity.
Very well.
You
I
punch,
understand that.
Cass
you
just
punch a
passed
cat hard
by,
enough, they
but-
bleed all over the place. It's fine.
All viable guesses, but that would be a very personal question indeed. I'll just pretend you didn't ask. Yes, as for Bellatrix or Damja, you are the ones who acquired it, and that choice is yours.
Oh man, I don't like having agency. It's scary.
Well,
Just
try
like-
being a god.
Personally, I would like to see it go back to its original owner.
It would make
I
her
would-
more powerful, yes.
I would see it go back to Damsha. She's a fantastic lay.
Also entirely valid.
I mean, I'm sure Bellatrix is too, but I think it should be more based on need than anything.
And Damsha has been on, well, actively working with us. Even if she is a little bit on, her needs are, well, self-serving.
Oh, I thought you said on her knees, and I mean accurate, but still.
Hagen doesn't roll his eyes, but you feel like you can sense him roll his eyes at that.
He is using a 1% of his willpower to keep his eyes locked in their current position.
What does the
No,
rest of you
Hagen
think?
doesn't roll his eyes. You feel the sun roll its eye.
Oh no, sun flare!
It's just a sun
Brain.
flare.
Who's Steve Jobs?
Ah. See, what do the rest
That joke
of you
never
think?
gets fucking old.
Tiff will, oh, she'll have been here by the next day. She's done all of her work. She's probably looking a little bit either tired or hungover. She'll go, maybe I'm just biased, but I like Bellatrix. She's a good bad. Maiev will ponder. I think Damja.
Masika?
What was that? Sorry, I got distracted by someone posting art.
Who do you think we should give this Shard of Divinity to? Bellatrix or Damsa?
My vote is for Damsel.
Well, the party seems one step away from unanimous, so...
It's as good as it gets, I believe.
Well, here, dancer, here, dancer.
You're only
She-
voting.
Cass
For,
is just
you're
gonna
only
take a step
voting
away
for
from
her
talking
because
with
you
them.
slept with her.
That
That
is
But
is
not
whatever.
at all
I,
true.
And,
I
and Ralu
give you
will
a
look over.
level stare and just look
Ralu-
just stare at you.
Ralu will look over and just in a monotone, correct.
At least she's honest about it.
It was a potentially additionally deciding factor. My full shifty eyes.
You guys.
Yes. Yeah, Hagen will look to you, Karin. I don't think she'll be appearing like a cold kitten, at least not here and while she's being chased. Likely she'll wait until she's outside of Las Dorado. Or more correctly, until you are all outside of Las Dorado.
When we take a step outside of Los Dorado, everyone take a step back from Karin.
Very well. If she smites me, at least I know we'll have a little bit on the harder side.
There's a slow eyebrow raise from the Hagen at that. Yes, of course. And this is for you all. He will hold out an orb for you all to ponder.
Let one of the sun people pick that up.
Yeah, Mive will scoop it. What does it do? You will just gesture, toss it gently into the air. Mive will gingerly do so, and then it hangs there where it is in the sky. She blinks, confused, and then you go, they'll probably get in your way a little bit. Why not a bit? And then just gestures upwards, and then Mive will grab the orb and then lift it slowly up, and then raises it somewhere above her head, and then lets go. And now it hovers directly above her. When she step back or a step forward, the orb seems to move in pace with her. At which point she gasps and does a little wide nose. Yes, your very own son.
Wait. Just reaches down and picks up Cass.
Well,
Here. That's her second son.
This is very true. Although, come now, relationship isn't about ownership. Well, no, I suppose there are people who are also into that.
Ralu just looks confused.
They just Will Smith presents Ralu.
God spreads his hands. I would say I don't judge, but I am a god. By default, I must occasionally judge. I just won't tell you what that judgment is.
Ralu Hagen's kink shaming you.
Okay. That makes sense why we actually don't have what's it called, an altar to him where I come from. Just Waylon and Bellatrix.
I'm not sure Bellatrix personally ascribes to that kind of relationship either. She's one of those people who are desperately asexually monogamous.
I
Rare
wasn't
creature indeed.
I wasn't talking about sexuality. I'm just saying, I was referring to your last statement about judgment.
Yeah.
A storm and war don't really mind what happens in the Oasis. At least I assume so. I am actually surprised we have any clerics of Wayland after what the Golden Mother tried a century or two back. Or is that 5 centuries ago?
He tilts his head and then ponders this for a moment. Right, yes. Which Golden Mother are you on now?
Blink. The Golden Mother? She has
Oh, you poor
always has
babies.
been and always will.
I see. The first time you've seen a god momentarily perplexed, but then again, it's not like you can just reference the Rolodex of all events ever.
Rollo is also confused.
Yeah. Myth
One
can
of you
tell
figure,
that.
yeah,
Myth can tell that Hagen is confused because he's like, which Golden Mother you want? As in, like, it's a title that gets passed on. Clearly, Ralu thinks that Golden Mother is literally some kind of eternal creature, and she definitely is not.
I mean, that's what every Manticore is told.
Yeah, it's what all of the people of Hagen are told. Because she is very successful at Kim Jong-un and
It's not like Ralu was ever high enough ranked. She was like a second lieutenant when the Legion was lost.
oh yeah, no. You don't know. I don't think anyone here knows the mechanisms by which she is replaced.
I don't even think Ralu's mom does.
No, most certainly not. But yeah, the Hagen is just like I've never really followed that particular development. Good for her, I guess.
Oh, the Wed Pirate Wobbits.
Wed Pirate Mother. Yeah. Still, he will give out a head pat to all that look like they are in need of a head pat. And we'll make for you each a drink.
Listen, Ralu's chuffed. She's just annoyed they all got vaporized. She was hoping it'd just burn out their souls.
Cass needs a head pat.
Oh, Cass gets it.
Head pat, ear rub combo.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's got pretty big hands, so it's probably that pat where you place the hand fully on top of the head, and then you've got, like, each ear between thumb and index and little finger and ring, so you can do, like, the full-on head rub pat.
Aw, yeah.
It's that good shit. And then when he takes his hand away, you're momentarily very blonde before it gets shaken back off again
Oh no.
to your usual red and black streaks. You swear it's just a hint of imagination, just a slight feeling that somewhere a bird just made a very frustrated noise, but when you look around, you don't see the bird.
Let's super blonde for a second.
Hagen just grins. Vive, of course, will accept the head rub just because she's a good girl and likes a head rub. And it's God. Like, you're not going to say no to that in general. Hell yeah.
Same with Masika.
Yeah.
She loves ear rubs too.
She's got a lot of air to rub. It takes fucking ages. But, you know,
I know.
eventually he will free you up. Well, for now, I wish you luck in your adventures and or misadventures. We'll be watching, waiting, and you carry with us our hopes. I understand that that can probably be a lot.
Only a little terrifying. We'll
It's fine.
try to be worthy of it.
We will do our best.
We wouldn't give you a hard time if we didn't think you could handle it. Let's put it that way.
Thank you. Guess we'll see you around.
Always. Just look up. Just not for too long. I don't want you all going blind.
Hey, Hagen, can I have a chat with you?
Of course.
Yeah, like just to us.
Yes, I have no problem with that.
I had a little thought that might be weird, so let's just run it by you.
I suppose there's no one better positioned to dispense with wisdom. And even as he says this, the rest of the party, you just start to hear like kind of cottony noises, like.
I
Go
had an
ahead.
idea because of things I know. I was thinking about each and every star in the sky to see if there was a possibility to make a small conduit to them and ask them to borrow their voice. And throw
Well-
it in, throw that into the Yor.
Into what, sorry?
Sorry. Well, what they don't know, the stars, suns, each little ball of light.
Yes.
Yes, most don't know that, but so if there's a sun, and there's probably something out there that's, you know, much like you, tied to theirs. I was gonna see about asking them, see if it's possible to make a small little, conduit to them and ask them to lend their voice to you for just make a small notion for this whole world thingy mabob. Whatever's going on full in the background with reality.
Yeah, I'm gonna just show you this other god's handout. Like that is actually a thing that is ongoing already. The dragon star is the goddess of dreams, and she stands for all of the stars in the night sky. What she's doing right now is unknown, but as you might have guessed, it is helping Hagen out still.
Okay.
Yeah. Instead, he will just smile and go, "Those gods are, well, that god." He will gesture at the sky. Is already doing that.
Oh well.
Ever
Okay.
since she spent her time in my seat, she has gotten a lot closer to divinity in general, and now stands for the stars in all of their respective glory.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Well, okay, so at least you're on top of that, so.
Yes.
Yeah, I was hoping to just run it through you and see maybe if it was a bad idea or was something already in the works.
Yes, no, it's already quite well in order as far as other earthly sources of power are concerned.
Okay, that was just that.
It's fine. Yeah, and he'll just like gently perform a gesture, and all of you can hear things clearly.
Yeah. Well, there's things to do and not enough sunlight to do it in, so
I suspect as much, and I wish you all luck.
oh yeah, we're gonna need it.
Nonsense. You're not going to need luck. It just happens to be following you around anyway.
He just does a sidelong glance to the corner, and you see uh, the shadow of someone scurrying away. God damn it, Hagen.
No, I was really like, no, she's parked outside, so she's not really following around. She's just enjoying herself.
No, Python.
Yeah, I was referring Python.
Oh yeah,
The
but I
God
was
of Luck.
referring to pot of luck.
Yes, more of a lady luck than a lady luck.
Doesn't it depend on where Python is and what Python's feeling at the time?
It's just whatever Python's feeling.
Eh.
In general, Python doesn't discern between male, female, or otherwise, and generally answers to any pronoun delivered, which is convenient. And perception-wise, probably shifts based on however the other person perceives them, as opposed to necessarily how they want to be perceived at the time. So if someone's like, "Oh yeah, Python's a guy," and then Python appears to you looking like a guy.
He's one swell dude.
And he turns up as one swole dude, and I'm like, oh, I was close.
Ah,
Yeah, I was thinking of the sheer luck there.
Fair. Alright. You are then free to amble around the city. At the very least for a week while you're getting all of your bits and bobs done, your side jobs, your
Eh.
enchantments, etc.
okay. Well, then I do have something to do since we do have a little bit of downtime.
At least some, yeah.
What's her name? Stacy told Ralu that there are griffins in the city for like to rent a flight or just straight out buy, and Ralu has money now.
Yeah.
Ralu's gonna head on over that way. Are Maive and Cass gonna go along?
Sure, I want to pet a griffin.
Yeah, I was down. You walk around with the sun following you. It draws a lot of lurks.
Sorry, I was taking a drink of my passion fruit soda.
Oh, now I remember. What level is sending again?
It is Arcane 3.
Alright. So, when we get there, are there any griffins big enough for Ralu?
Yes, there are a couple that are. You come across what appears to be a particularly nice medieval castle style tower colonnade that's got a number of like branching giant roosts hanging off the side of it. Like the inspiration is very clearly chivalrous in nature, and it's as usual lit up with a series of golden lights. Although for the most part, those lights are placed underneath each of these branching nests, so that the bird resting on top of it can actually, sleep.
Alright.
And also, it was probably managed by a couple of manticores.
Who?
Yeah, they were like, wave. Hey, what's up?
Oh, okay. I misheard you. It's like they managed to buy a couple of manticores. I was like, so there are manticores as in
No,
the monster too?
it is managed by a couple of manticores.
I'm so confused. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
A couple
Raul
of those
will
workers will wander over and say hi.
Raul will initially shy before realizing that these probably aren't deserter. There's one of two things. They're either not from the Oasis or they're deserters. So
They've got like bright, shiny hope in their eyes, so you figure they're just not from the Oasis. One of them appears to have like scruffy brown fur and a nice, deep, rich tan. The other one, similarly tanned, although their fur and hair has been dyed a number of colors so that it looks probably like a sunrise. So it's got that soft orange at the end and then nice and deep and blonde as it gets closer to the body. Yeah. What can we do for you?
I heard that one could ride griffins here.
Of course. Is it just to have a ride around the city, or do you need to travel any kind of distance? We have a couple of different types of griffins. We have touristy ones. They are sweethearts. They love to pet and be petted, and just generally very sociable creatures. Then we've got some others that are very reliable, intelligent. They're great for messengers on the off occasion. We don't give away any kids. We train them here to meet whatever needs they're needed for. And we have a couple of functioning war steeds and at least one retired one.
Out of curiosity, how much would a war steed be?
Oh goodness, you mean just like purchase straight up?
Correct.
I won't insult you by asking if you can afford such a thing, but they are very expensive. Are you certain you want to make this purchase?
I, as a point of fact, I did say as a matter of curiosity.
Okay. Then yeah, there are a couple of them for out and out sale. As for that price, the DM needs to go and double fucking check.
Like a warhorse is like 300 gold, so unless Savin changed it from 5th edition.
It was exactly what I was checking.
Right, yeah, I
So
imagine a
like
griffin's
this
probably
is
like $1,000 at least.
yeah, that's what I was expecting.
4,000 gold for a griffin.
It's a lot of gold.
It is. It's 400 for a warhorse.
Or
10
10
times
times.
as expensive as a warhorse at 4,000.
Okay.
They are strong. They have enough strength to fly whilst carrying a plate mail wearing individual. So long as they themselves are only carrying about half of their encumbrance. So also if you put a griffin in like full plate barding, then they're not carrying shit on their saddlebags. What they're carrying on them is you and their armor and nothing else. Or you could go unarmored with a griffin and still carry a whole bunch of shit and also be light yourself.
Okay.
And yeah.
Good to know. I would like a simple flight for now, however.
Of course. How far are you looking to go? You just want one around the city?
I suppose, yes.
Okie dokie. And then one of them will click their tongues and pulls out. You guys would recognize as like a falconry gauntlet. That is a ridiculous thing to see. These griffins are much too much fucking massive for it. But when a massive feathered individual just sort of like dumps itself out of the sky, landing, wings flap up, it is just so that they could just gnaw on the glove and the way to say hello, like, and she'll do that, like hold a dog. You know, you hold a dog's mouth just by their bottom jaw and making it.
Yeah.
She just does that with a big fucking griffin. It just goes.
Oh my god, I love them.
Ruffle its feathers. This is James. He's been with us for 3 years now.
Hi, James. Can I give him a treat?
You may indeed. We sell treats. Then again, it is nearly their lunchtime anyway, so just for you guys. She will head into the tower and then basically pulls out a great big cooler. You recognize it as the permanent magical item version of the one that you borrowed for doing lunch service.
Yeah.
Nice.
And she has this gigantic cooler. It's when I say cooler as well, it's one of those fucking massive ones that you do for like I don't know, like 300 shrimp or something, full of ice and all of that. It's just full of just haunches of meat, and she will lift up a great big haunch. There you go. She hands it off to Cass.
It's like 50 pounds of meat and just
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It's probably like closer to 25. She's just got multiple haunches as opposed to just like actually giving you a great big leg. Heck, she'll probably hand one off to Maya as well, who's like, yes, me too. Okay, and James does know some little tricks. I invite you to try and find out which of those tricks they are. Mike goes with the classic. Sit. This gigantic griffin will look, turn its head, and then thump, sits down, opens beak, and Mike will giggle and just place this fucking haunch of meat, and then crump, beak comes down, bone snaps, and then goes. Murr, 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 murr.
I want to shake, but I think he'll kill me.
She'll take off her riding glove and hand it to you. Sorry,
Yes.
a hawking glove.
Castle, put it on. Shake?
Book, big taloned hand clumps down onto yours, and they probably do the up and down motion instead of you, because otherwise you probably don't have the arm strength to lift this. if James were putting it like pressure back against you, so
The
just
ta-
like boom, boom, boom.
The talon is the size of your bicep.
Yep, and then James will get lower down since you're on the shorter side, and then opens wide.
Yeah, Cat's gonna give him the biggest of haunches.
Crump, 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 crunch. Nom, nom, nom. Yeah, and then he will preen a little bit, check his wings, and does a majestic pose for you all. There are a couple of kids watching who are like, "Ooh!" Yeah, you will wait to be climbed upon for a fly.
All right, how much for a flight?
Oh, just 2 gold if it's around La Sparada.
Okay. Believe it or not, Scout, I could almost afford one, but then it'd wipe me out, so
Yeah.
I haven't really spent my money on much other than half for plate armor. But yeah, Ralu will take a flight, and let's see. Try not to cry. Cry a lot.
Cry anyway.
God damn it.
Aw. Cat's just gonna put arms around Ralu, hug.
Yep. Especially since you're flying right there next to her as well. Flippy flappy.
I have never succeeded a wisdom save. It's so annoying.
The dice just be like that. Just Roller is it's an absolute. She is way too soft for this world.
She had her wings ripped off. Now she's flying again. Leave her alone.
No, I refuse to leave her alone. I'm gonna comfort and adore my wife.
Give a big hug. Yep.
All right.
Yeah. James will sail around Lastrado. You'll treat it to the sights of just like this place is a glorious, glittering jewel of like eternal sunlight. There are so many of these lanterns that if they aren't giving off light, then they are made to scatter it. Not necessarily like reflect it, because you're in the desert and that would probably blind people or burn them. But it does diffuse this light instead.
Like-
It sort of gives the whole place like a hazy, otherworldly sensation once you're above the light line.
Like that fucking Death Bean skyscraper in England.
yeah, the one that burned all those cars.
All right. Yeah, Ralu will very much enjoy the flight despite sobbing uncontrollably.
Oh, my poor baby.
Yeah.
When we get back to the ground, Cass is gonna go take Ralu out for ice cream.
Aww.
And just go to MMM.
No, there's probably like actual dedicated ice cream bars in Las Dorado. It'd be actually fucking staggering if there weren't.
A Turkish ice cream vendor just gets his face clawed by Ralu. Just give me the ice cream, damn it!
I need the cream.
Snicked. Alright. Yeah. So it's only 7 days of downtime?
Yeah.
Arts.
Cool. Go figure out what I want to do later. Actually, I guess what I could do is, since I have my public gathering places here, is crank out a gather information, see about some quest hooks here and there. We can try and go on, get some more money.
Yeah, I'll tell you about an interesting quest hook, and it's not one that you guys pick up initially. Loam,
Yes?
go for a lovely date
Oh, yes.
with the glorious Mr. Big, Kenneth Kabir. And he will probably take you to a fairground.
Ooh. Well, that's different.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Heck yeah. It's probably like one of those nice big dockside fairgrounds. Merry-go-rounds and all sorts. He's a bit too big for most of the attractions there, but, you know, he's just there to have a nice time.
Yeah.
And will, as usual, be a great big Hagen gentleman. It is an evening show. He will, however, mention that he could use a little hand from you and your adventuring group.
Okay.
You see, my father provides food for Las Dorado. Dairy and meat. Almost a quarter of all food here is from Dad.
That's quite a lot.
It is. But recently, there has been bad things in the area. A number of our dairy cows have been turned to jerky.
Like they've been cooked, or they've had all their water pulled out of them?
That one. We, of course, sold the jerky. Still good food. Nice change, even. But these were milk cows.
No.
Huge waste to be turned to meat when
Right.
still young and good for milk. Is not far out of Las Dorado. But I have more work to do here.
Well, we can take a look, I'm sure.
Yes. Got a help request from one of the maids on the farm. Said saw strange things at night. Sand ghosts. Spreads his hands. Not sure what. But they ate, drank 4 cows in 4 days.
Can vampires... Could vampires eat a cow? Or
I mean, they
drink
would
a
drink the
cow?
blood, but just drinking the blood out of something doesn't, like, dehydrate them down to
Yeah.
jerky levels.
They've just had all their water pulled out of them.
Yes. If you can't, it's fine. I will go in 2 weeks. Might be a small loss, but we have cash.
Where is your farm?
It is 10 miles south of here, one of the dairy ranches.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Yeah, it's
In
in
the
like
same square.
it's either the same square or like cresting over to the adjacent square.
Okay.
I
We
swear
have farms all over here, but the dairy ones are closest to water. I'll give you the address, and my dad would pay money.
I will talk to my comrades about this. I'm sure they'll be more than willing to assist with this.
Yes, they are good cows.
I'm so annoyed. I've been looking up what monster this reminds me of.
I almost responded. I almost said yes. My party are good people.
Ha!
Oh,
Hey, the
almost.
I didn't know the fucking Freeman had, like hired the Chupacabra.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
what did
been
you
trying
think
to
it
think
was?
of. I've been trying to think of the monster it was, so I was just like, all right. Well, obviously I was going to look up the D&D creature just in case he took it, but it's not a kappa, but it's either from Korean or Japanese mythology. If you do it wrong, it'll do you a mummy, and I cannot remember what it is. And every single result for like mythological creatures that suck the water from your body come up with the blood drinkers. It doesn't drink your blood. There was a creature that was said to just literally take all the water out of your body, and I
That
don't know what
sounds
it was.
that sounds very Korean, FYI.
Yeah, and I can't find it, and it's very annoying. But one day I'll remember, because it's not the kappa, because the kappa will literally, well, not only does it drink your
They'll eat
blood,
your
but
souls
it's,
out of your butthole.
yeah, it eats your soul from your butthole.
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
that's
Yeah,
the
the
real
Japanese,
lore of a kappa is fucking
yeah,
gross as shit.
That's also where the gruesome dung eater from Elden Ring comes from,
correct.
Yes, he is a kappa.
and the headless monsters from Sekiro that come and rip your ass out.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very annoying to me, but continue. Sorry.
Yeah. At the end of the day, Loam,
Yes.
Mr. Big goes in for a kiss.
Aww. Well, he's been such a gentleman. Okay, a kiss
Nah.
is good.
I love this relationship. It's so cute.
They're very wholesome. And yeah, kind of will look very pleased with this. I would be glad if while you're in the city it was a regular thing, he'd be delighted.
I think I'd like that.
Excellent. I'm going to have to upgrade my wardrobe. I have like 2 suits.
Well, I look forward to seeing them.
And yeah, eventually that date will come to a close. And although he appears to be doing business around the city, he still makes time for like lunches and stuff. Should you be in the area or any of those like crossover points? It seems that being like the heir to a food magnate is a little bit more work than just standing around looking ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got quite a busy schedule.
Mm-hmm. Basically, his time off is being a gladiator.
It's a gladiator. He goes out to be a gladiator as a treat.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of stress relief. You know, long day. Some people go to the gym. He goes for bloody combat.
Okay, but I was still thinking of like how the interaction of, sending an SMS to the vampire lady.
Yeah, you could score a scroll, whatever third level magic item cost is.
Does Anai
and then
Anai.
hand.
sending?
Oh, does she already have access to?
I mean, she's high enough level. I don't know if it's in her spellbook.
It is not in her spellbook.
Well, what if we just went into party loot real quick and just gonna take off the money to get a scroll of that and put it into a nice spellbook.
Sure.
Wanna just? I'll just let Ariel know that she has that in her spellbook now.
I'll put it on. Is there any mechanical difference between your sending and old sending?
Not really.
All right then. And yeah, what do you want her to say?
Let's see. About that.
Yeah. Okay. So the Lady Iris, in all of her lovely glory, is indeed going to take that teleport circle with no small. Oh, that's the wrong city. I've just thrown you on. Yeah, with no small amount of hurry. A lovely little token. Do, 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 do. Do.
You did not mention that it's made of solid gold.
No, I just said it was powerful. I mean,
Powerful magic coffin. That's like, okay, I can only get so hard. That's enough for a vampire.
yeah, pretty much.
The three spells Iris has available to her happen to be Frostrime Bite, Enchant Armament at second level, and Teleport Circle.
Convenient for us.
Yeah, it's Arcane's.
But yeah, she will appear in all of her luscious, evil, fair-looking glory.
We just see fucking Karin there sweeping the floor.
And yeah, she will shake herself off. Hello
Ah.
again, Bear Lady.
Welcome, welcome. Remember to wipe your feet. He just points at the mat that says welcome on it.
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah, she'll saunter on over. She's managed to. Wait, no. She's probably like barefoot right now. She's got so much like a natural DR that it's kind of pointless to even wear shoes.
Yeah, that's why I said that's why I said wipe your feet, not your shoes.
Very true. Yeah, she has resist 5 BPS, so it's like you have to try really hard to cut one of her feet when she's walking around.
Yeah.
And she knows it's a look. Probably has a lot of pretty toe jewelry on.
Yeah,
She-
got something down here, so would be interested of you. Been cleaning this place up a bit.
Yes, an interesting den. In the City of Iniquity, I see.
But the best part about this is that listen. You don't have to hear them. It's nice, cool, and quiet.
No, I can hear thousands and thousands of heartbeats, so it is not quite quiet for me, but I will take your word for it.
Ah, yeah. Well, in all different senses. So you're
Yes,
way more powerful, so it's understandable.
very true. And to be fair, it is just heartbeats. I have good hearing, but I think I would go insane if I could hear everyone's inane conversations at all times.
Yeah, that's why I like the night when there's a bit more quiet and it's just clear night sky and stars.
You will not find that in Las Dorado, I suppose.
Yeah, it's just sights sadly. Yeah, I can't really see the star and moons.
She spreads her hands. Alas. Well, please, take me to this coffin you've uncovered.
Now, just, well, follow me then. Just
Yeah.
push the broom away and just make sure that fucking Maeve is standing like not within 30 meters of the fucking vampire with
if
the
if she knows that
door.
they're coming, then she literally does throw a like dish towel over it so that it's not beaming sunlight around.
Yeah,
I have a fireproof tarp, so
sure.
I bought it
let's
for a
use that.
specific reason.
They're staying in. You're all staying in Ash Ward. Like there is no shortage of them having access to fire tarps. It's all good.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, Maeve can just choose to turn it off. She does not want, the sun artifact hovering around her head, and she probably does just do that. As much as she likes the sun, she's sensible enough to not want to incinerate new vampire friends. And yeah, together you can head to Ash Ward. And she will saunter and goes, I like what you're doing with the place.
Iris,
A
hi!
couple of hello, a couple of salamanders who are just like doing renovation work already, and taking measurements on some door frames, will like pause to stare respectfully, man.
What establishment is this in?
Gas's Casino, Golden Cat
Uh,
Lab.
Was I brought for this? Because otherwise
we're
I'm
all
going
here.
to be at school. Okay.
Are you at school or are you at shul?
I have to go to school with a K. Unlike
Well,
unlike Anai that goes to school, like, with the proper CH.
yeah. She receives education instead of ejaction. Anyone who wants to be there is welcome to be there. It's, uncovering a magical thing, and Iris is happy to see
Guess we'll probably insist
everybody.
that everyone's here, and definitely not out of
Yeah.
fear that a vampire might go a little feral over the magic coffin.
Yeah, that's very fair. If she did, though, I'd feel quite worried for you all. A reminder that this is what her unarmed attack looks like.
I mean, it's survivable.
It's survivable, but that's her singular unarmed attack. None of her legendary actions or spells or the weapon that she now has.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
just
Yeah.
but sunlight
I'm
orb,
just-
though.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna do the dude in the corner and just stir a white Russian with a claw.
Fair. Very fair.
Should have a bowling alley, Cass.
Oh, I was for a second. I was like stirring a white Russian, and I forgot the drink. I was like, are you just rolling the head of a white Russian person in the corners? Like what?
Why would Ralu do this?
Manticore.
I mean, out of all of the party members to randomly just be rolling a head in a palm.
I mean, yeah, that is very fair.
Iris will clickety click. Just her lovely. I suppose it would be a mantle with some metal on it. Probably not enough to actually clink around. set on the soft silken robe. She'll, regardless, adjust it and walk through the place like she owns it, because it's just how she be. So, how did you come across this?
Well, it was sitting here in the basement of this place that I bought. I bought it because a bunch of terrorists were using it as a hideout, and we killed them all.
Yeah, that's what that smell is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently it was a vault that they had lost the key to a very long time ago.
I'm not sure if the proprietor was a vampire they needed a key, or for the door to even be opened to, mist their way inside.
Given that it actually gave a hiss when opened, so I think it was pretty sealed.
I mean,
No, the coffin hissed when opened.
Oh, I thought you said the
No, the
vault
vault,
door
the vault,
hissed.
the vault itself was not pressure sealed.
Okay.
Yeah. Head on down to the vault. Smile faintly and nod. The building is, younger than my generation. What was this vampire's identity?
He called himself Round Jack, leader of a thieves guild.
and also
Name doesn't ring a bell.
flattened a couple city blocks with explosives.
Explosive. Must have been
Correct.
quite the wizard.
I
I
it was
think they were using a
alchemical.
form of powdered explosive.
Oh. Well, alchemy has gotten more threatening than it used to be. No one trying to turn their shit to gold still?
I mean, probably, but most of them are just making explosives or poisons. A lot more
Or
profitable,
boost.
turns out.
Probably a lot more sensible of them. Theft.
Though he had something. These black blades, like, just where did they stash them and just rummage around? Obsidians, blades. That's some old shit.
I suppose that makes sense. There was a volcano at one point.
Obsidian hatchets. I have those back at my place.
Yeah. Ralu's Under Pyramid adventure was right next to a volcano.
That is true. And I popped up nowhere near it as well.
Yep.
What was it? 216 miles away.
Something like that.
Yeah, I had it written down.
Okay. Yeah. Well, presumably they had access to some magical obsidian. She'll look over the pandemonium kukri and shrug. Again, when she says she's old, she's real fucking old. She is like generations, like eras earlier than most of the events.
She's an antediluvian.
Yes. Yes. She's from the fucking Dark Ages, or darker than the Dark Ages.
Well, when you're dealing with fucking ageless being, well, a few generations, like for
Yeah, a few
ooh,
generations of ageless beings, most certainly.
yeah.
So how many
Like,
arenas
well,
old is she?
How many arenas old?
Yeah.
That's a good question. A couple at least. I'll have to open up my little timeline again.
Really.
Let's see. Do, 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 do.
How many mega hitlers or pico hitlers is she?
Let's see. The Sarisian timeline. Right now you are in 2 Hagen Wake, so She predates the Dragon War. Oh no, she is from the same era as the Dragon's War. She is 1,200-ish years old.
So like 3/4 of an arena.
Yeah.
Respectably elderly.
Yeah, her epoch, I guess, her existence spanned about, let's see here. The unnamed era was -700, and she started doing shit in -100. So, like, she was around as a vampire queen for like 300 years.
Nice.
Yeah, no. I mean, Arena's age is also special in that she didn't sleep away any of her. She was active for a huge amount of it.
For all of it.
I mean, no, because everyone goes to sleep at least a bit.
Well, yeah.
You know,
but-
if you think about it, she, lost hundreds of years to being asleep. Just, very consecutive. And yeah, she will look over this coffin once you open up the vault, and she'll bite her lip and pause at the threshold. Fuck. How did this get here? How did this round jack get this?
I'm afraid we don't know. Do you...
No records, no journals.
Not that we found. Do you
There were
know
even
what it
bar
is?
leads.
She walks up to the coffin and then brushes her fingers across it and then reaches for the edges of it, and then you hear a click, click, and she opens it like one would open a briefcase. This incredibly fucking heavy, solid gold motherfucker just lifts it like a little briefcase lid, hefts it up. There is no, as you might expect, like unsettling creaking of any kind. It opens slick and oily almost. Looks like someone tried to force the latch. She sighs. Oh, they haven't been using the latch at all. What a shame. Looks around inside, lifts up some of the soft, like, probably Egyptian cotton style, like padded, velourish looking insides, and tugs away what looks like pillows and starts looking for papers or anything. Nothing, no notes. Sigh and stand up straight again before turning to the lot of you. This is a very dangerous and powerful artifact. We'll run a hand across the lid of this thing. It belonged to the first vampire.
Whoa.
Huh?
Oh,
That actually startles Ralu.
Augie doesn't know, he just did a whole bunch of drugs at one point and just, like, shit around Saris, I'm sure.
Did it just ripped 3 bottles full of Residium and started casting spells.
Just doing
I wonder
fucking
what
magic.
this one does. Oh no, my bed. My bed fell through space and time. God damn it.
It's just fucking Hunter S. Thompson his way through Saris.
he snacked on Karin's ancestors.
got mega fucked up on Karin juice. Yeah, no. She will brush her hand over it again. It's been forced open since, but I recognize it, that's for sure. belonged to the man who bit us.
Whoa. So you mean like the first vampire, like ever?
Yes, I hope you're not disillusioned that the first vampire was a twink, but, well, spreads her hands.
I mean,
This sounds right.
yeah. Did it look anything like this, like a cassoid?
Yes.
But it was
Cass is in
yeah,
the middle
it
of
was a
licking
cat.
his little vampire fangies. Mm.
Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if he is the reason that there were so many cats at some point or another. Either that or some kind of fairy bullshit.
Sage nods as always some fairy bullshit.
Very regularly, some fairy bullshit.
Sap giggling in the background.
Yeah, she'll run a hand across this again.
So it has magical properties other than, like killing mortals. You
Yeah, was it
Yes.
can.
Oh, gods, yes. If an exsanguinated mortal is placed in the coffin, they arise as a very powerful vampire. Tremendously powerful.
Ooh. Neat.
More so than any usual transmission would bestow you. Brings with it extra resistances, stronger senses, a slightly more intense thirst, as you might expect. Power doesn't come from nowhere.
Not to
You
sound
can walk amongst the others like a god among men.
not to sound boorish, but is that its only property? As in it was made simply to create greater vampires?
I don't know what it was made for originally, or what its original powers might well have been. It's possible that this made the first vampire.
Ah,
They had to come from somewhere.
that was going to be a question, but I couldn't figure out how to raise it without it sounding, again, boorish.
Understand. The truth is, I don't know exactly. I am, however, unfortunately, quite familiar with this thing.
Ah,
Githaret, Bashtet, Marisa, and Kali were all individuals who slept in this, as well as myself. All victims of the Great Turning. This thing is ridiculously powerful. Indeed, if you wanted, I could use this and you all and turn you into unimaginably powerful vampires.
I mean, no thank you.
Yes, I don't necessarily advise it.
Out of character, vampire bear, vampire bear. I mean, it's a terrifying visual. Imagine fucking a
Yeah, just
vampire
a bear with fangs, and it
Yeah,
flies and
just
turns to mist.
yeah, tiny wings flying a werebear. Just I was like, oh shit.
oh my God,
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna make um that were vampire combo from that one movie.
The Underworld series.
Yeah, the Underworld series.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
the scrungly vampire tropes.
Lol.
Yes. Well, you know, should any of you perish and wish to be unperished, I could do that, I suppose.
That is handy to have in the back pocket.
You'll have to make sure to keep their blood in them so that I can acquire it as part of the process, but, you know. If you deliver them pre-baconated, then I won't be able to do much with them. But a reposed body, if returned, I could, well, bring you back again as a terrifyingly powerful creature of the night.
So, just a quick check then. How long does it usually take from after waking up to being completely, well, in control?
Define being in control.
Not everything is a delicious snack.
You don't ever stop being delicious snacks. I can hear everyone's heartbeats at all times, which has its own advantages, but it's like always being able to smell a delicious meal. Unless you've eaten very recently, you're probably going to get hungry again. Now, if you mean going completely feral, you don't start feral. That would be devastating, I imagine. That is something that happens when we are starved. Or if you're predisposed to psychopathy, I suppose. If you have willpower, you're fine. And I would say adventurers tend to have it in greater deals.
I was about to say out of character. Keep that away from Ralu then. Holy.
Oh no!
Listen, it's not my fault that my poor baby's being piloted by me.
It's just how it be.
The zero wisdom doesn't help. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but the thing is, I've made like 7 or 8 will saves. All of them have been like sub 9.
Yeah, it's always been pretty poorly done, unfortunately. Yes,
Yeah.
Iris will smile faintly and lower the latches on this thing. It's a shame. Maybe I can fix that latch. Can't believe it. Who just pushes open a coffin? I do not have the means to give you what this is worth. I don't know that there is a living or unliving soul that does.
I have a question then. Since the Morrigan is the patron of vampires,
Yes.
you think she'd be interested?
What? I don't.
Interested in what context? I don't know that she necessarily needs it. She is their patron, but she does not make them. She is their guardian.
I would simple settle from an IOU from possibly the most powerful quote unquote living vampire.
I hate the idea of an IOU, especially when I already owe you all so much for my awakening.
Do you have any, I suppose then, do you have any possible locations from times immemorial of things that might have been swallowed up by the sands that we'd be interested in? Lost artifacts, maybe. Cities of gold. No upside down pyramids, please. I already know where that is.
There is a city of gold, but I don't think you're going to be traveling all the way to the central continent.
I was being facetious.
No, quite literally one. It's owned by a golden individual.
Why am I not surprised, really?
We have whole dragons worth of them, you know. Or did. I can't remember how many are around.
Well, there's one here in the city, so.
Oh, how nice. I will make sure to stay away from her.
Oh, she's sweet.
Sure, except I probably smell like a delicious meal or a terrible enemy to them. Some combination. I will pass on finding out where I lay, although I have reasonable odds in fighting golden dragons. I do not exactly wish to do so, especially in a city so bright.
That is fair.
Scout, in your setting, do golden dragons breathe fire or radiant?
They breathe fire.
Okay.
I
Just
believe
get
it's
immediate
fire
thinking.
and slow blast. And silver was soporific.
Saint Trina.
Let's see here. I suppose there are some places that could be of value to you. My memory isn't exactly what it once was, but I've had time to go through a number of our old records, outposts, and the like. Oh, she pauses for a moment. By the way, when did this all happen? And she'll gesture at Cass with his fucking winks.
There was another, like, evil, nasty vampire, and I ran him through the silver stake we found, and I guess Morgan liked that a lot, because she gave me a big charge of juice. I'd show you the sword that it turned into, but it's made of sunlight, so.
That would be quite unpleasant.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, got kind of ageless up. The wingies, goes good with the fangies.
Yes, yes. A good look.
Deathlessness is also good.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't call myself deathless.
Ageless.
Yeah.
Don't worry, deathless isn't all it's cracked up to be either. She will smirk.
Mm-hmm.
I have no compunctions for the pursuit of immortality.
Good. Life is simpler without immortality.
I'd like you to stick around.
You have at least 2 centuries more with me, provided I don't die. Provided I am not killed, rather.
People die when they're killed. It's true. Yeah. Let's see here. Someone roll me a d6.
Sure.
Not winter.
4.
Let's see here. Yes, I suppose there was an old tunnel that used to be occupied by, I suppose it would have been sandworms of a type. WYRM. I suppose I should make it clear.
Oh, I was gonna say we
Oh
can
yeah,
always walk without rhythm.
He told my joke. Oh.
Choice.
The Alta Soul Tunnel, that's where we're going to get smithing stones.
Let's see.
The old what did you say?
Old Altus Tunnel. It's an Elden Ring thing.
It's just an Elden thing.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a good place to farm, like the higher somber smithing stones. By farm, I mean they don't respawn. You have to go there.
Let's see. Over here.
A torque.
Just give it a tooltip.
Candelabra. Because we were looking for things to do during downtime, and look
Yeah.
what just popped up.
Tunnel of the Sandworms.
240 miles away.
That's doable in our little plot of time.
I don't know what's come of it since, but it would be presumably quite profitable. The Sandworms had some grey archmage back in the day.
Was the mage a worm?
No, the mage was the alchemist, I think, muddling with monster eugenics of some kind.
Gnarly.
Not sure what came of him, or if it's still there and intact, but it was quite deep down in the shifting sands. After his domain got slightly kicked over by a sultan. Drove him quite insane. I think that's why he went around creating sandworms. But, yeah, ancient alchemists, probably quite valuable for adventurers.
Sweet.
Still, I feel bad that I'm just leaving you with a location, but it is unfortunately the best I can offer at this point in time.
Yeah, it's fine.
A place for the pursuit of battle is good enough for me.
There's one way to put it. When do all of your workers get off? Of work, not for whenever they indulge. Judging by the heartbeats of at least 2 people here, that might be happening right now, in fact.
Oh my. I think they get off at about 6.
Okay then. I will hang around until the evening, rise a couple skelebanes, and have them carry this to the circle. That is amenable with you all?
Sure.
Excellent. You wouldn't happen to have any spare cloaks I can throw over them, just so that people aren't spooked by the sight of a troop of skeletons walking a magical coffin through the streets?
I got cloaks.
Appreciated. They're gonna go around like a fucking Norland's jazz funeral.
Do not toot,
Not,
you fool. Doom toots as he pleases.
what is it? The fucking coffin dance meme.
Yeah. Yeah, so a Norland's jazz funeral.
But yes, if you figure out any other worthy things in the meantime, you can just pass them our way then.
Sure.
Tunnel the sandworms. Hopefully we won't require too much shoveling to get down. If only we had a tamed boulet.
Apparently some of my ants have them, but they're way far away.
I mean, we could purchase them in the Great Oasis, but I can't go back there, so
Yeah.
I'm sure a nice family could buy them in trade.
That reminds me though, I should make sure Aunt Theory has the teleportation circle code.
Mm.
So she can come visit without having to walk all the way down here.
Makes sense. Well, if that is all, I suppose I shall sit and wait for the evening to arrive.
Yeah.
A pleasure to see you're all still alive and kicking, of course.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's if you want to join us for lunch. Cass will sort of open his neck a little bit.
I'll decline. There's a lot more divinity running through you than there used to be. But thank you for the offer.
Oh, I guess that's a little spicy, huh?
It would empower me and probably just make me uncomfortably shaky, like a mortal with too much sugar in them.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. Most divines would probably not agree with me, but you've got Morrigan juice, as it were. It would be a surprise if your blood did anything other than empower me. But I don't have a use for all of that energy, and so I would be full of power with no way to spend it.
She doesn't want any. She doesn't want any energy drinks right now.
Yeah. Quite literally, Cass would function like a vampire energy drink because he's full of Morrigan juice, and she doesn't want to be uncomfortably anxious and twitchy.
Well,
Sponsored by Gamer Subs.
Yes, exactly.
if you ever have a big fight you're going into, don't hesitate to, come and let me know.
Will do. I haven't been going out of my way to start any fights, yet at the very least.
Yeah, well,
If you
sometimes they find you, it turns out.
True, but then I don't know that I'll be turning up for a snack in the middle.
Fair.
You should tell her about the Bloodsport arena.
It's raining blood.
Yeah, there is actually a, combat arena down under the city where they, fight to the death over this huge whirligig saw.
Should quirk a brow. Usually not one for barbarism, although the spectacle sounds impressive.
Well, I was just thinking, it's a lot of the people they, send in there to fight champions or, real nasty criminals and stuff. So if you are hungry, then,
I'll certainly keep it in mind. And then it turns out later tonight, before she teleports back home again, and she goes down to the pit and just fucking walks her level 11 solo creature ass through the entirety of them.
Just twists off one of their heads like those little twisty drinks from back when we were kids.
Yeah.
Just drinks them.
She just fucking punches a hand through them like a Capri Sun.
Oh,
Yeah, Cass
I
is
think
definitely
she
going to
was
the arena
just-
tonight.
yeah, what's the word again? I thought you were doing fuck, what's the name?
Wait, hold
Ninja
on.
Scroll.
Can I gamble on, Bloodsport fights?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm putting it all on Mama here.
Let's see if she goes or not. Yeah, alright, she'll turn up and won't freak out, but yeah.
I've got
Would
$3
she
grand left
even
to my
use
name,
her
and it's all
weapon?
going on Mama. Let's go.
You're sure. Roll me a d20. Let's see if she uses a weapon or not.
Okay. 19.
Yeah, alright, she'll bring out the Great Impaler. Just to show this fucking thing off, I suppose.
Yeah. Stretch your legs, Iris.
Out of character, that feels like the Great Impaler. Ma dick. Indeed. The great fucking Listen Al-Gaib, Muad'Dik.
I need to watch those movies.
With the
They're
free
really quite
bolts.
good.
I've seen
they're
I've seen the original ones with a friend of mine a long time ago. With what's his name? Who I really
Sven.
like as an actor, by the way, but the movies are just so confusing because they use two different directors who would direct different scenes.
Yeah, the old movies are pretty weird, but the new ones are really good at conveying the whole Dune thing. Highly recommend.
That reminds me of what you did what was it yesterday against every single invader. By the time I would turned around, just immediately impaled.
Yeah, just flame sphere, bop, bop, bop.
There are some liberties taken with the first and second movie. Some alterations compared to the books, but like,
I've
you know what?
never, yeah, I've never read the books, so I've only seen the movies way back in the day.
Okay, then yeah, then they're gonna be just straight up good.
I know I should, but I have a lot. I'm in book club with Snippy, and I'm already behind.
I didn't like the Dune books, to be fair.
I wasn't a fan. I was okay with the first Dune book, but it's very dry.
I have absorbed a lot of Dune lore just through zeitgeist osmosis.
Yeah.
And just being friends with DCL. Eventually, there's going to be 4 hours of him autistically telling you about Dune. That's just what happens.
I mean, clearly you know everything you need to know about Dune because you've seen Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah, so much is just a 1-to-1 apparently.
Yeah, it's okay. Once you finishes with the fucking Emperor of Dune, just stop because it goes so fucking ridiculously stupid from there on.
I mean, I am while I'm in school right now, and I have a lot of other reading to do. I am still technically unemployed, so I might find time to do it. But I have 13 more BattleTech books to read, so I gotta do those first.
Yeah, but this is from somebody who's tried to go through the entire catalog of books and be like, I stop with Emperor of Dune.
Oh boy, Cass, where you sitting in the splash zone?
Hell
You have to,
yes.
it's like being at SeaWorld. You've got to put on like a fucking little poncho. And yeah, how much are you putting on this fight?
$3,000.
All right, you make back another 300 on top of it.
Fuck yeah.
And yeah, she is absolutely drenched in gore from head to toe. There's raucous applause and at least a few people who like bend over and vomit.
I thought you were gonna say at least a few people are sporting a chub, but okay.
No. There are people who came here ready for a blood sport, but they weren't ready for a blood party.
They what
Blood
what just
rave.
happened? What just happened was the first 5 minutes of Blade.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
exactly what I was
well-
thinking. Yes, yeah. It does say like she is fucking drenched in gore head to toe. Everyone who was within like 5 meters of the fight, which is most of that arena, is drenched.
Motherfuckers always trying to skate uphill.
I skate uphill. A line that the origins of that is that it was fucking stupid and it was a real thing that he said, but a writer heard him say that stupid fucking thing and was like, I need to put that in the script. And everyone was like, why did you do that? That was fucking dumb. And no one would say that. It was like, I said it. Yeah. After that, Iris will, when she can control blood, yeah, she just becomes clean, I guess. I just realized like she doesn't have to. The thing covering her is just blood. She just fucking does a hand wave, and that stuff just like piles and just wicks off of her.
Well, she got her snack time.
Oh yeah, yeah. She made sure to fight with her mouth open.
It'd be like, oh, she's covered in blood. Just control it into her mouth. Duh.
Also true. Yeah, at which point the Rat King will be like, well, that's the end of tonight's shows. 6 hours early. Iris will spread her hands. Well, it was nice. He goes, you realize you're barred, yes? Well, yes, of course. She's not welcome back as a combatant in this arena after killing 6 hours of entertainment in like 2 minutes.
Well, it's certainly a memorable show.
Yeah. Yeah, people will be telling tales of this one, but they're not long tales. They're 2-minute long story, really, about how she became the whirligig.
See? Okay, what happened? Well, think about this. Imagine a blender. Now, change out the motor to like a V8 big block, and then you throw in about 4 rats at the same time and put a lid on. That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, it's like, well, no, they were like, imagine a blender. We're like, oh, they turned the blender on. Oh, well, yeah, okay, yeah, they turned the blender on. But no, I mean, imagine the person standing over the blender was a blender themselves. That's how that fight went. And she mowed down some 13, 14 people in very quick time. To say, like, 6 hours of back-to-back contest instead resolved in 2 fucking minutes. And she's just like, all right, that was fun. Okay, I'm out of here. This was lovely. And then, bloop, teleports out. And that was Iris.
Well, that was profitable.
Yeah,
Made 300
she wanted to make you some money in the first place, so you know it's only well. And you got your SeaWorld experience. SeaWorld, but really fucking imploded.
SeaWorld, you mean fucking Gallagher.
Also that.
I have been to SeaWorld and I have gotten in the splash zone. It was pretty great.
Yeah.
All
Iris' stat is so fucking threatening.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's very I haven't even put her legendary actions in just because I've not had a reason to. I'm not even sure what I would make them.
Why did I suggest punch more?
I mean, yeah, honestly, if her legendary actions would just like make another fucking stab, like try and get like it would probably be put lots of bleeds on people and let her use Blood Dominion as a legendary, as instead of not just a minor. And so it just starts exploding the room as you get more and more people bleeding. Because as you might see by the Great Impaler's effect there is no cure for that bleeding. Unless you have the time to remove curse on someone.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Alright,
But it doesn't kill people because it ruins your food.
Now that we've...
Until they're dead.
Until they're unconscious, the dot stops once you hit 0, so you don't just get assassinated by it, because that wouldn't be very, very fun. If you happen to get in a fight with her for whatever reason, I didn't want her to actually just kill every party member just to drop you all threateningly to 0.
We all wake up as vampires and we play Vampire the Masquerade.
Yay? Question mark?
Yeah, we start as fucking Gen 1s. Woo.
Still never
Yeah,
actually
just unfortunately
played
wouldn't
them.
know where the coffin is, so you'd start all as still like a bunch of shitlings.
I mean, to be fair, that in Vampire the Masquerade, if you're turned by what like a greater vampire, you start out stronger anyways.
Yeah, this is not that game. But hey, now you guys know you have access to oopsie, our friend died. Can you turn them into a super vampire?
Well, I mean, yeah, true.
It's important to have a backup plan.
If Ralu dies, don't turn into a super.
No, I'm sorry.
Wow, my fucking my.
That just means you get
Internet's
to
being
stick
funny.
around forever.
That means you also get wings.
Yeah.
I
the ability to
listen.
fly.
Ralu doesn't know this, but Ralu's already gonna get wings if she reaches 10th level.
Yay!
If Karin dies, turn her into super vampire.
Oh fuck
That'd
yeah,
be
we're
fucking
turning her
fun.
into a vampire.
Vampire.
Vampire. Anyway, let's go deal with the cattle rustling problem, shall we?
Yeah, I'm interested to see
Water
what the fuck.
chupacabras.
Yeah. Someone's milking the cows way too hard.
No.
Aggressively mild. You're gonna love this. Okay, so yeah, presumably Loam passes on the news that hey, one of the fucking rancher food magnates, Mr. Big's dad, could use a hand.
There's something preying upon the dairy cattle and turning them into beef jerky overnight.
Tearful quirk ahead, beef jerky.
It's whatever it is sucking all of the water out of the cows.
Oh no. Poor
So
cows.
actual beef jerky.
Yeah, real jerky. Oh my gosh, I could go for. Would it be offensive if we asked if we could have one of the dehydrated cows?
I mean, what else are they gonna
I
do
want a
with it?
cow's worth of jerky. I would absolutely buy that.
And then she got sodium poisoning.
No.
Had a good run.
No, this wouldn't be dehydrated via
Yeah,
salt.
yeah, actually, yeah,
normally.
there wouldn't be any salt to be worried about, actually.
Yeah, just horrible curse magic, possibly. Nothing to worry
Well,
about.
if it's... don't forget to fix your resources.
The fluffy cows! Oh my god.
Yep,
Mademoiselle.
yep. Her name is Elizabeth, so
Oh.
she goes by the Mademoiselle. And yes, go fluffy cows.
Extra fluffy.
I even saw that the background was, very
Yeah,
apt
the
to
same.
the
Yeah.
location. Moo.
The cow moves at me. I moo at the cow. It moves back. We are now friends.
Woo! Yeah, as you walk up to the place expected, you can see that there is a particularly large cowgirl who is probably doing some mulking. Whistling a jaunty tune. You can see that all the cows have been recently scrubbed, conditioned, brushed, and fluffed.
Very pretty.
Hanging over the wall, like, help, I immediately love them. Oh, hello, darlings.
Howdy.
You must be Ken's friends.
Yeah.
He did say that he was going to be getting in touch with someone. If you'll just give me a minute here, I'm nearly done with Daisy.
Sure thing.
There's a horse as well that will trot up and plunk his head across the wood, wait to be fed. Looks at you, expecting food. Don't. They'll tell you. They'll act as though they've starved, but they just had lunch.
Bats, are you awake?
Yes, I am.
Look at the monitor. Come on.
Oh, you're sneaking this haunt's food anyway. How dare?
You're gonna make it fat.
It wickers at you.
Rub its snoot.
Yeah. Which, of course, then just starts making other monsters come on over. Like, I know I didn't see it, but I have a sneaking suspicion that someone just gave him a carrot.
What? Who would do such a thing? Look at this
Uh-huh,
guy.
who indeed.
He's so well fed.
He is very well fed. A little too well fed, I might think. Alright. Then she will
Don't
get
listen
up.
to her. You're perfect the way you are.
Big old pail. Just gonna get this out of the sun. I'll be right there, honey. Wanders on inside. And you're left with, a moment's peace to look around the place. Otherwise, cows will just cow around.
I am going to investigate.
I'm going to poke at the rocks and sand with my feet. Just suspicious about them all.
Ah, they look like rocks and sand.
I am going
Yeah.
to go over to places where there's not a lot of foot traffic, and then do an investigate for prints in the sand.
Sure. You mean them investigates.
Prints or disturbances.
There is a lot of very recently upturned sand.
Upturned, you say?
Yeah, like it's been flipped basically over. You don't see evidence of any like digging or burrowing or prints, but just a lot of sand has been very recently moved. You do also find like the drag marks for a dehydrated cow that was presumably, taken out of the pen. Ding.
Oh my god, what is wrong with Discord today? I guarantee it's something to do with the Comcast. It's on my end.
Okay.
I'll ask about it in a minute. My brother has the information for that.
Fair.
Sorry, so it doesn't look like burrowing or prints. So
Correct. It just looks like it's been overturned or upturned in a particularly large amount.
does it look like it swirls?
Uh, maybe. Probably really hard to say. Like, any gust or breeze will eventually do that to sand in and of itself. There is not necessarily a circular pattern, but it's possible that it was lifted by a circular current, I guess.
I was just thinking something like a sand devil. Well,
Maybe.
Ralu was thinking that, you know.
Yeah, it's not an impossible consideration.
Hey.
Yeah, and the Mademoiselle will come on out. Well then, darlings. I do hope that you can get to the bottom of this. I'm gonna be running out of poor old cows at this rate. They're sweet little dears.
They're very lovely cows.
Mm-hmm. They're getting all nervous because I've been keeping them inside the barn at night. Well, they usually sleep outside and together. There's not much space in there for them.
Did the attacks happen within the corral or out on the field?
She'll just like a gesture to here. Oh, the last time I found one, it was lying right here. I don't know where the attacks happened, but I'd guess right here.
Hmm. Did they happen at night during the day?
I found them in the morning, so presumably at night. I'd be surprised if I, missed it in the daytime. All the cows would have been awake. And I
True.
would hope that whatever happened to them would have kicked up a fuss.
Yeah, normally true, but it's also very few no creature I know of just drinks the water from. Actually, Scout, do I know of any creatures that just drink water from people?
Give me a nature test
And that
or an
nature,
arcana.
I am not trained in that. I will do Arcana. Can anyone help?
Cass can.
I can do a nature check.
23? Yeah, nature check as well.
What if
You don't
Any
know.
25?
legend?
You haven't. Yeah. With a 25, you also, I believe that would be a 25 for Loam too, because it's a test in an area she's familiar with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's nature to pull up lore about a place is
Oh,
advantaged when
the
you're a ranger.
natural explorer.
Yes,
Yeah.
natural explorer. Yeah, 29 nature. All right, so it's hard to call it fully magical or completely natural, and maybe the upturned sand would hint at this. It's some kind of semi spontaneously created elemental creature.
SCP Foundation? Yeah, it's happening again.
Yeah, it would be easiest to call it like the halfway house between naturally occurring elementals and an act of menace or malice.
Hmm.
But there are sand or dust creatures that feed on the moisture of living creatures.
Entirely unsurprising for a desert campaign.
Yep.
I will.
Yeah. They'll give them they'll suck them harder than Bob.
Ha!
That's impressive.
Yeah, I know. Bob could take the chrome off a car bumper.
Yeah, I'll bump heads with Loam and then guess let the rest of the party know.
Well, that sounds just plumb horrible. I guess that explains why the water trough wasn't still emptied out. I'd expect if they were taking all the juices out of poor Betsy or Metzi or Dandelion or whichever one, they'd go for the easily accessible water first, right?
Correct. In some way, at least, it does sound malicious.
Dang. I know I may look like a big girl, but I'm not exactly much of a fighter. Are you here to deal with the problem as well as identify it?
Yes.
Correct.
Oh, why, that is just a relief. He may not look the type to worry about things, but Mr. Kabir's one of them soft hearts.
He is.
She'll quirk a brow at Lem at that. I thought he was also feeling a little bit soft on someone. Would you be the lady he'd been courting?
We've gone out a few times.
Oh, that's just precious. And you look like a right sweetie pie. You be nice to old Ken.
He has been quite the gentleman.
Well, I'm very glad to hear it. Yeah, he tries to check in on every single ranch every month. Well, it'll be some time until the evening. If you would like, we can take you inside and fix you all up a cold drink, maybe a meal. I also happen to have a surplus of jerky.
Sure.
Yes. I think I am going to kick up my paws and rest until evening. I don't like fighting sluggishly.
Right you are. Yeah. She'll head into her lovely big home here.
It's fine,
It's
Ralu.
got, it's probably like this big, like, it's the classic, like, rocking chair bench. I imagine Ralu would just chill on that in the shade of the awning.
Either that or like the root cellar.
Yeah, their cellar's probably underneath the barn, so probably doesn't want you, like, rummaging around there.
It is nap time.
All right.
I will do the classic cat nap.
You mean sit in a position that looks terribly uncomfortable, but for some reason just completely unconscious?
Correct. Ralu has a cat spine.
Yeah. Presumably the rest of you over there will follow, and she will, probably fix you all up a glass of cold milk and some jerky. I've had an opportunity to work on my spice recipe at the very least. Although it's very weird marinating them after they're jerky instead of before.
Before conking out, Ralu will ask Cass to make her a mint julep when she wakes up and just keep it away from Karin's nose. This is the kind of place that makes mint juleps.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, she definitely has one of those like lovely little mint sprigs for making them nice and fresh.
This will be hours later, though. It's like when I wake up, let there be a cocktail in my cleavage.
Powerful choices.
Yeah, that's in fact how you're gonna how she requests to be woken up for the night.
That is a powerful way to be woken up.
Yeah, mint julep and a blowjob. Got it.
Ah,
I take it we're all getting that inst.
It's been
I
the course of a week, and you actually have had to hang out in each other's company at some degrees across the course of this week. So, yeah, I imagine you've had a chance to inspire everybody.
Yeah.
Okey-doke.
Yeah, and otherwise she'll fix you up some nice cold froth of milk and some tasty spicy jerkies. Just a whole bunch of random flavors that she's been spending some time experimenting on, trying out different recipes. By the way, she's, a classic, hard-working gal. Very friendly. Likes to hear what adventures y'all be getting up to. Doesn't spend much time in Las Dorado itself. Too noisy. She likes her cows.
Oh, Cass is more than happy to regale her with the tales of our heroic adventures.
Of course. You want to chuck a performance in there?
Sure.
Of my wing lady in your stories?
Sure. 23.
Oh, very nice. When it comes to the part of rewards from Hagen, she'll even, dramatic reveal the little sun orb. Oh, God, give me that superpower. I want it so bad.
That's what I was
And yeah.
thinking.
She will make sure that you are fed and beveraged. I looked around, I couldn't find a nighttime version of this map, which is a shame. So you'll have to just imagine that it is dark.
You can
You
just
just
turn
throw
on
a
dynamic
gray
lighting.
filter on it.
Yeah, I just filter it. One sec, let's see here. Tint color. Bam, there you go, it's nighttime.
Honestly, that works out really well.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not
that
terrible.
works. It's
That's not
actually
terrible.
really good.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. What's the name? Karin is just sitting out there, just picking up the sand in her paw, just let it run out. And she's just watching the sand and rocks.
Don't
Just
trust the
repeating the
goddamn
motion.
sand and rocks. Sand and rocks. Turns off you're giving a sand elemental a really, really slow, meaningful hand job.
Ah,
Well, if given the fact that it's
It's
an
getting his rocks
elemental of
off.
the yeah, given it's an earth elemental, it'd be like, yeah, that's a fast fucking blow. That's the fastest I ever got it. God
That's
damn.
a really vigorous hand job when you are slow as the earth. Now, I mean, if they're all in like sand as well, though, which does tend to move quicker than any other like rock strata based kind of thing. So probably not the case. It'd probably be a slow, gentle jobby to them.
Yeah, edging.
That goddamn sand edging.
I still remember the fact that I have the paranoia.
Yeah, you do got that great big paranoia. You don't trust the earth. You think everything is elementals.
In this case, it's a motherfucking elemental. It's
Yeah,
an
in this
elemental
case, you were actually
chupacabra.
very correct in the first place. It's just nature proving you more right every single goddamn time.
your paranoia is reaffirmed.
Y'all motherfucker said I was a tinfoil hat. I was right this whole fucking time. Screw you, hippies.
Yeah. So would you guys like to position yourselves outside, I suppose, in whatever position you'd be in for a conflict? By this time in the evening, Mademoiselle has gone to bed.
Well, in this quest in Fallout New Vegas, I always crouch on like the biggest boulder with the mercenaries grenade rifle.
It's a good choice. It's a good choice.
Are the cows going to be outside?
They want to make sure the beasties turn up, so a couple of them will be outside sleeping, but the ones that are less antsy about it will be in the barn.
I will sit here with my gun.
Yep, farmer with a shotgun. I see you. I see you.
All right, there are no big boulders for me to crouch on, so
No, afraid not. I did take a look around just in
No.
case.
Just like hide in the
yeah.
A here.
Close the barn.
Ah.
And close the back door.
Oh, I'm trapped in here.
Yeah, get out. Sure,
Right.
Alright, I'll hide in this brush here then. Fine.
Sure.
I will hide behind a cactus and do the cactus pose. Perfect.
Maeve will spend an hour
yeah.
burying herself.
Dig, dig, dig,
She
dig,
just
dig,
wants an
dig,
excuse
Interesting.
to dig in the sand.
She wanted to dig in the sand, but you know.
Now, if I could, I'd be on the roof, but I'm not sure it
The
would
other
support.
the fellow Canaan would join in too.
Dig, dig, dig.
I
dig,
would
dig,
also
dig.
like to be on
Dig,
the
dig,
roof, but ranged weapons don't have that kind of range in this.
You're like 20,
Rule set.
20 squares or
20
something
range
with a
is
rifle.
really good in this.
That's enough to cover. And
that
that's just
covers
short
the whole
range
pack.
too. You also have, long
Yeah.
range.
You also
shots.
have your long range. Yeah, no, 20 covers basically all of this here.
But from here I can. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. From there, you
can
get the whole paddock.
I can, in fact, vault you onto the roof if you want, but
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, Maeve's gonna dig into there, and I guess Masika also dig in a hole. Give me athletics.
Yeah. Sure.
You of course have advantage from the digger next to you. All right, 17. Yeah, you guys have enough time, and you don't exert yourselves too terribly. It's just like an hour of digging.
Like fucking sand vipers just vibrate until the sand sinks you in.
Yep. There you go. Give you little sneaky icons. Set you at DC 17. Let's see here. All right. Are you all sure that these are the positions you like?
yeah, I don't think the roof
Works for
can
me.
support my weight.
Sure.
Where,
Tiff will be on the
Tink.
roof. Tiff will be on the roof. Yeah, she flap. Specifically, the weapon she's wielding right now is called Sand Pounder, so she looks forward to this.
Let me just make sure. Yeah, I can double move to any of the cows from where I am, so.
Yeah. Oh, and since your Arcana was good enough, the sand critters do in fact have vulnerability thunder.
If only I had thunder
Shakes them apart.
Well,
She wants to become pure, Savin.
I'll pass it on to people just in case they have thunder spells, but I think the only one that does is currently putting on clown makeup.
No, Maeve has Thunderous Smite.
Oh, look at
Yep.
that. Gadoosh.
Okay. Would everyone please give me a perception test?
You got it, Sparky.
do you want the paranoia one as well?
Yeah, totally. You have advantage because you are fucking hyper fixated on the fact that the ground might be elementals, and that is exactly what you're waiting for on this occasion, so your attention doesn't really wander.
Masika was too distracted by the hole.
Digging in a hole, digging in a hole. And look, the hole is calm, it is safe. Feel that that solid snake speech about this box was made for you.
That's a bad one, Kina.
Loam gets sand in her eyes. She took her goggles off.
Hmm.
I can see how that might be very distracting. All right. Well, there are enough people who did succeed the DC 20 check. By which I mean Vive and Ralu. You can see that the sand in the paddock itself is beginning to be turned over, including at the entrance. It's like it's not being, let's say, like it's not like it's being dug up from. It's more like it is being maneuvered upwards into shapes, like it's being formed into some kind of creatureoid.
Got it. And the entrance, you mean this part right here?
Yep. Currently, that gate is closed, but I don't have a part of that with closed gate. And a lot of the other upturning sands are inside the paddock itself. And cows don't seem to have noticed. They all doing a heck and sleepy.
I am going to flick a small pebble around the corner where I know Cass is. He's hiding, so I know that I can't see him, but I will flick a pebble at him.
Meep.
And begin to stalk forward.
Right.
How far can I get?
Move up to 5.
So I'm right next to Mive's hole.
You're also next to Mive.
I'll move here. Cass will probably, like, since these things are in the earth, Cass is just gonna, like, slink up onto the fence here and just move along it to minimize vibrations.
Makes sense. Loam,
Walk
you're
with
in a
them.
scary fucking place.
Oh, yes.
You should have been on the roof.
I guess so.
Yep. You're the only one that sat by the entrance, unfortunately.
My god, above 10 on my initiative.
What a time not to have our magic missile fetishist. There's so many minions.
I added it. I swapped out some of the encounter with minions just because you didn't have her. I'm afraid to admit it. I'm that bitch. To be fair, it was a whole elite I swapped out for the minions, so I think you come out better for that. Go. Is that everybody? Oh, I need to put on Tiff even. Backwards and out. Okay. Alright. It's fine. Okay. Masika. You've been made aware of these dangers. Just your ears poking out of the sand, your eyes and your nose, just like little radar dish rotating inside the sand.
All right. Yep. Pulk's up. We are going
Oh.
to. Was that?
Are you going to Hulk out of the sand?
Yeah.
All right. Kabriff.
Okay, and then I'm actually going to use the rage feature I got at level 5 and actually move my 4 squares.
Hell yeah. Go for it.
There we go.
All right, this cow freaks out and is going to move over here instead of towards the enemy because you moved up. Good job.
Awesome.
Otherwise, it would have run towards the enemy. The other cows are also now awake. One sec, I have to edit our tip a little bit. There you go, fixed.
We can get here.
Holy. You're getting hard and you're getting fast.
Yeah. I will. Let's hit the big guy, though.
When in doubt, spot the biggest motherfucker and hit him.
Yeah. Let's see. Rage check done. Oh, let's No, I'll just leave that. There's so many
What?
little guys.
You don't want to get, like, obliterated by minions?
There we go. That's at least something. You for
Alrighty.
minimum damage.
9 damage on the big guy. And then
How's
there's
Nave's
just
buff work now?
on her turn she'll be able to switch the orb on, but she was hiding previously.
Oh, right.
And then you will get that +1.
Awesome.
Let's see here. Where's my baddies? Oh, I've lost you. There you are. Dust Haunter. He's going to attack you with the creature leecher. Whoa! 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right, you take 15 necrotic and it latches onto you. It is a DC 16 athletics check on your turn to remove the creature. While it is latched on, you take 3 damage at the start of your turn and heal it for 3.
All right. Okay.
Sane Changeling doesn't know that crowding around a tank is bad. Yeah. And misses you, though. Good thing you did not reckless, otherwise it would have been a hit. 5.
Yeah.
Alright. We're gonna standard action cast Bless on the harem, so herself, herself, Ralu, and Cass. And
Sure.
then, is it an any kind
It's
of...
it's a free action to make
Perfect.
the orb orbinate.
Then we will just whip that off as a free action, and come on up here. And let's go ahead
Since
and
it's
use...
night, is that +1 to saves?
No, she's gonna put on +1 to damage.
Oh.
Will pretty much always be what it's on, honestly. And yeah, she's gonna use her minor action to go ahead and wild shift. So get her some temp HPs. Move an
Gets extra
extra
poofy.
2 squares. Go engage this thing in case it wants some. Yeah, that'll do it.
Alright. It's Dust Haunter. You're already being creature leeched, but I don't think there's. I mean, this is a big woman. That's a lot of space to leech creature. 17 to hit Masika.
19.
Okay, missed them. Alright, and then we got some changelings to change. Let's double move to you. You. And you. So that'll be 2 attacks on Masika, 1 on Maeve. 1 hit on Masika, and a crit on Maeve.
Oh no.
Luckily, it's a minion, so it doesn't explode.
Alright.
And then it is Ralu go. Is Bridge back?
Yes.
Yeah.
And pop, 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 get out of here.
No, my boys.
I also have magic missile.
How dare you do this to me?
And that is my turn.
Okay. Loam, there are a lot of Grobulons here, and they're probably about to turn around and get you.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way over here.
Downtown?
Closer to Karin. And also giving me a clear line of direct fire this way. So I'm gonna shoot this guy.
Sounds good. Farmer with a shotgun, go!
Question. Do we have the sunlight thing
Yes.
on?
Yes.
Okay, I will take that on.
Yeah, it was activated as a free action on Maeve's turn.
Okay. These are elemental things.
Mm-hmm.
I am not blessed. Take that off already.
If you have an access to thunder, they are vulnerable to it.
No. Sadly, no. I will... Fuck.
Miss.
Fuck.
Actually, wait. Is 12 even a miss on these fucking goons? Dust Haunter, what's your AC? 12 is a hit? Fucking hell.
On which... I was aiming at this guy.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. Well, alright. I'll do the second attack.
Alright. Fucking absolutely blast his shit. And that is a kill. That is exactly 0, in fact. Well done.
Cool.
They have 36. You did 18 twice.
Nice.
Holy.
The power of the sun compels you.
Yeah, without that sun orb, it would have lived with 2 hit points.
It would have.
Fucking A. Alright. Andy, your turn. It's changeling time. Poke. 17 to hit low.
17 to hit Loam. Yes.
Alrighty. 10 piercing. Khassid.
Khassid. Alright, let's move on up here. Get up to here. Must resist the urge to sexually assault the elemental. As incredibly funny as that would be. I'm just going to go ahead and minor action to disengage to get up the rest of the way here. And give this guy the old Sunblade. So we will turn this on, we will turn this on, and then we whack. So 14 hit the man.
14. Sand Spectre is a hit.
Nice, so 27 damage,
27.
and he is slowed.
Garcial Strikers.
Or, sorry, he's not slowed, he's, thised. If he moves, he takes damage.
No, if he moves, he takes the hit. Okay, yeah. You're edging him, that's all.
Yeah, but...
Let's come around here and poke Khassid.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was just gonna move a couple squares back.
Then I will go here and poke Loam.
Better you than me.
Another hit. Karin. Loam has taken 20 damage now.
It seems that Loam has taken 20 damage.
Yes.
No idea why, but let's see what's up. Well, they're more than welcome to fucking try that again. So, Loam.
Nice.
I appreciate.
And then I just activate Spirit Guardians and move in.
What you gonna do?
I activate Spirit Guardians.
Okay. You want to print that card? Alright, enemies that start in the aura or enter it take force damage. Oh no!
+1. What's it called?
Radiant Hagen juice bonus, yeah. Okay. That's all. Alright, cool. Okay, this Sand Spectre is gonna come towards Karin at the very least. Get 7. Yes, 7. Let's do. Actually, wait, no, not towards Karin. Because I get there, and I can do a line attack. It's only a line 5, actually. I just barely can't reach my. Oh well.
Haha.
Crit fail on Masika. Oh wait, I could have gotten closer. Shit. You know, I did it out of order. I'll fix that next time. I will not use the minor action this time. All right, this changeling starts in the zone. It's got to make a save or it dies. Let's see. Its wisdom is not a +3, so I'm just gonna ignore the fact that that says con. It's just that this thing's got a +1, whereas not a +3. I'm just using any old sheet for it. That is a fail. It die. Goodbye. Tiff is going to swoop. And in this case, for one, swooping is good.
Death from above and all that shit.
Yep. Although it is unfortunately a double move. Whoosh. Actually, no,
Oh, she
she'll just move one and do a hand crossbow shot on the way in.
Oh.
Just like a minion. Thwip and kill the minion. Oh, what?
I am so fucking goddamn piece of. There. No, just. No, what class was she?
She is a skirmisher.
Okay, no, I thought they had like the minor action, disengage
No.
or dash.
No. Her powers as a skirmisher are hit with weapon, hit with weapon, hit with weapon,
Like,
reduce someone's
well,
AC, and her general movement is good, and she has proficiency here. Her speciality is having 7 speed and a fly speed. Okay. The Sand Changeling is not going to walk into the aura of Get Fucked and is going to attack a Masika. And hit Masika. Damn more
Yep.
damage. And this my last of the Dust Haunters.
That gets through my temp HP.
There's one short. It will take the dodge. And this Sand Changeling is going to come here and also stab you. These rolls. Alright, another 10 damage for Masika. You know what? At the top of the turn order, because I am sore and I am tired, I think that is what we're going to call it. So we can start once more in the midst of combat. Dive in amongst action.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Dang, I was just about to cleave.
I know, but now you get to think about how cool that's going to be all the way up until you roll a crit fail next session.
Meh.
Well, all right.
Hedrah. Did you save an innocent life?
Or in the middle of it.
Yeah. Solo treacherous encounter? Nope. Learn something new about the world and add to your journal.
Yeah, the fucking first vampire coffin. Holy.
Hell yeah.
Oh, well, that's what it was? I missed that
Yeah.
part. I was making
Oh yeah,
dinner.
you were making dinner. Yeah.
Coffin where the very first vampire was made.
Oh, that thing is super
Jesus.
fucking magical.
Yeah, and if any of you die, Iris has offered to exsanguinate your corpse, put you in the coffin, and turn you into a very powerful vampire. Because that thing doesn't just make vampires; it makes, as she put it, big air quotes, super vampires.
Jesus.
Like
the
Pets, you were here the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but he wasn't here the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
come
he
on.
was.
He was here the whole time,
Basically.
figuratively speaking. Take on, create, mid quest, complete quest. You took on a quest.
I have a question though, just a
Yeah.
question for the DM.
All right.
What repose?
What?
Presumably, you ask a cleric to.
No,
take
then we
everybody.
don't have the spell.
Yeah, I know that the
Doesn't-
actual spell doesn't exist. It's probably just a religion check for a cleric to make to keep a body from
Is it?
decaying. I'm gonna just say it is. Yeah. Bam. Uncover a rare magical item or a treasure hoard.
Well, now we uncovered what the fuck the goddamn
No, you
chest
didn't.
was.
That did not count.
Yeah,
but
we
you also
already had
did
that.
get an artifact from Hagen.
That's true, though.
Yeah.
Score a special objective? No. But hey, that's 3 EXP.
Alright, we're at 1:30.
Yeah, and it is now the 25th of February.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for running, Skow&S. Fun as always.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Alright, and if you're watching on the stream or YouTube, thanks for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow for 70. Till then, adios, and do take care.